Hi YouTubers, another video here from me, Evelyn. So we're gonna go back to reviewing a Korean drama series. And to any subscribers, you know that I like watching the Korean dramas. So this new one that came out recently, well, already 10 episodes out. It's called Miss Night and Day. Now the premise is interesting. When I first saw some of the clips, I was like, a young woman turning to old. I'm not sure how I'd react to that. Sometimes I don't find that whole over-aging night kind of interesting. But the message of this story, the supernatural aspects, is actually kind of clever. So the series stars the female lead of Jung Yoon-ji. She stars as the character of Lee Min-jin. She's 28 years old. She lives with her mom and her dad in the countryside. They're butchers, they don't make so much money, but not exactly in poverty. Lee Min-jin, she's been trying to get a job for years now. In her early 20s, she's been studying, she paid her own studies off, and nobody seems to want to get her a job because the other bit they say due to ageism and the competitiveness of it. So episode 1, we see Lee Min-jin taking the civil service exam. Coincidentally, there's another girl with her same name, but much more younger. Because there's whole comedic aspects about the show, which is the timing is great, and she doesn't end up getting the job. But Lee Min-jin, she ends up being swindled by this guy. Well, in the midst between trying to get a new job, she feels pressured because her mom thinks that she's got a new job, but she doesn't want to disappoint her mom yet again. So she goes to this guy who says he has an inside of helping a recommendation for her to get a job. She basically gets cheated out of her money, but the money is not hers. She took the money from her parents' butcher shop to hopefully get the job and replace the money. The male lead here, I like this guy because his voice is quite, deep. I kind of like that voice of Cho Jin-hyuk. Now, I like this actor. It's a shame he's not in many other dramas. I saw him in the series Tunnel, a time travel aspect of a detective from the 70s going to present time Korea. He's great. So he stars as the prosecutor of Gae Ji-yoon. He's there trying to solve a murder, like a serial murder. Because throughout the episodes, we see that in the early 80s, there was a string of murders of people dying, and Gae Ji-yoon's, I'm not sure pronouncing his name right, long time since doing a review of Korean drama. His mom, for flashbacks, I can understand that she had him when she was young, she was the mistress. He loved his mom, but then again, his mom's immaturity really showed. She kind of cared about her son, but maybe using her son as a replacement husband of the guy that she couldn't have. She gets murdered, so he spends all that time trying to find justice for his mom. I can understand that, but he has his own issues. So we get to the interesting part of the episode. So Lee Min-jin, she meets the prosecutor. He ends up intervening on her getting scammed, but even though they already took her money, and she agreed to some things from the scammer that left her more in hot water. I don't see how, but anyway, I don't see how the Korean justice system will say that she ended up making herself look like a suspect. At the end of the episode, well, towards the end of the episode, she's devastated. Yet again, she has no job. She wants to work. It's not like, that's the interesting part. We have a person that wants to work, but nobody's giving her a chance, and she's so desperate and she's so crying. And then we get the introduction of this mysterious, like, orange and white cat that has these like magical eyes, which is clearly CGI. So as the day progresses, she gets drunk up to her eyeballs, and she sees the cat. She starts mumbling something, and then this bit I have to rewatch, but from as far as I can remember from episode 1, the cat kind of falls into the well, and she's trying to follow, like, catch the cat because she's kind heart. So she falls into the well, and the next thing she knows, she wakes up, it's morning, and she doesn't even realize it. She's been turned into an older woman, and she only realizes this when she goes to hug her dad, and her dad's like, who the hell is this person? And the mom's there, and they're like, chasing this person out. So they kind of follow Lee Min-jin, now an older version, to the police station. But the interesting part, the mom says, I think I recognize her from somewhere. But Lee Min-jin realizes the horror that she's now an old woman, so she has to navigate that. So we find out in the nighttime she transforms back to her younger self, and in the daytime she becomes this old woman. So for a series of trying to figure out what the hell's going on, she understands that a cat has a connection. And we have also her best friend as in the show. The best friend's name, see if I put it up, Do Ga-young. She's like a YouTuber, and she's there as a personal support for Lee Min-jin. Conveniently, Lee Min-jin's best friend lives underneath the prosecutor's place because they live in the same block of flats. What coincidence. the good clip here that was like, oh, okay, wow, good special effects. She manages to convince her friend that it's her, but she says like, hey, wait for the nighttime to come about, and the best friend's like filming this, and at the same time she doesn't really believe it, and it has that cool transition shot of daytime older Imogen becoming nighttime the younger version, and the best friend's like, oh wow, even she cannot believe it. So Imogen sees that it's an opportunity for her to become a intern in the prosecutor's office where the main male lead guy is. But as you know, what coincidence for older people that want again to work after retirement. So she passes through that. The comical bits, she has all these skills that she knows as a young person, is able to translate it into the older body, and almost with the rejuvenation, like an older person that has the energy and the physicality of a younger person. So kind of like that supernatural aspect. So she starts also as a cleaner with the other group, but she manages to climb up the ranks after she saves this K-pop idol that had an issue and was like doing probation in the prosecutor's office. Go on, she saves him from an acid attack, and that elevates her as becomes the assistant of Kye-jeong, in which he doesn't like the fact there's an older woman there, so they try to ice her out. But the identity that Imogen takes on as the older version of Imsun. Now, Imsun is a real person in the storyline. She is the auntie of Imogen, and of course the sister of her mother. She also disappeared during that string of murders in the early 80s in that part of the area where the story is taking place. Now, it's not a big stretch to know what's going on. I'm on episode 10 and it's very obvious what's going on. The spirit of the auntie is trying to find justice in some way, and she uses her niece to uncover that. Because what a coincidence, in the midst of these interns of elderly people that come back to do some sort of work, there's this particular guy. Now this actor, he's always plays the bad guy. If you see him, big mouth, and he's always typically like the warden, the jailer, or like the head of hospital. It's not been confirmed per se, but with up to episode 10, this hospital director guy, he is the serial killer, and he killed Imogen's auntie. It's not a big stretch. I should probably put a spoiler disclaimer. So that's the bit that I found interesting from this series. Of course, I am interested with the romance subplot behind it. Not as a subplot, because we find out also in the flashbacks when the prosecutor guy was small and Imogen was similar age, they both went through the same crisis. They haven't found out yet, and of course the prosecutor guy, he does like Imogen because there's been a chemistry developing, because Imogen was a witness on the night there was another body found, and she saw these documents that she misplaced that she was meant to give back to the prosecutor, and she was a witness, quote unquote, because she saw the guy that disposed of these chopped up body parts, but it was the dark of night, but she did smell something funny. So the prosecutor guy, don't want to say the name because I'm not pronouncing this right, or Kye-jeong, the character name, that he feels obligated to say that he'll protect her because there's the danger of the serial killer targeting her. So that's the gist of the series from episode 1 to 10 so far. I recommend. It's on Netflix. Have a look, have a watch. It's funny. It's there's a clever supernatural aspect to it, and maybe in the aunt's way of look, this is my guess. The main lead is gonna find out. I can't wait until he finds out that transformation. And also the K-pop idol. Okay, spoilers, cut off, you don't want to know. The K-pop idol character, he knows about Imogen's secret and he likes her as well because she's awfully kind to him, because the K-pop idol has, some mental health issues. And so we're going to see that there's that love triangle there that they love to do. Anyway, leave your comments down below if you're going to see this on Netflix or different streaming service, wherever it's available. And as I leave you always, stay safe, and to any new viewers, if you can hit the subscribe button, that'd be appreciated, and to the current subscribers, a big thank you. As I leave you always, stay safe.